have to love me. You don't even have to like me. But you will respect me, cause I'm a boss.
Hi, my name is Myeisha. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll give you breastfeeding 101 tips. So without further ado, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and please don't forget to turn your post notifications on so every time I post, you guys are notified. Breast milk typically takes from 3 to 5 days to come in. I was really nervous because by day 3, my milk didn't come in. I just had colostrum, but you really can't see that. So at the hospital, like they kind of had a lactation consultant talk to me and explain it. And basically it's your pre-milk. Pre-milk meaning that the babies can drink the colostrum and still gain weight and everything before your milk comes in. So your baby is gaining nutrients. I was worried my baby wasn't gaining nutrients and I had started formula. And you know, it was cool at the beginning, but I decided that that's not the right route for us. So I just started breastfeeding and I started power pumping, which power pumping is you breastfeed on both sides, have the baby breastfeed on both sides, and then you pump your both of your boobs and make sure that they're really drained, and that helps your milk keep coming more because it's sending signals to your body that you need more milk, and so your body will produce more. Okay guys, something I forgot to mention is when you are draining your boobs on both sides, you have to make sure you squeeze on your boobs, give yourself a gentle massage or whatever to help the milk come out, because sometimes you can have clogged ducts. Another thing you can do is you can shake your boobs like this, like about maybe 2-3 minutes before you start pumping, and that will help the fat and your milk and everything spread out, and it also helps with that. I would power pump once in the daytime and once in the nighttime, and I noticed in the nighttime I produce the most milk. Like when I sleep, like my milk is constantly draining out my boobs, and there's not really nothing that can help that besides putting a cover or something under you or wearing nipple pads. I do have bamboo nipple pads from Amazon. I can link it in the description box if anybody wants them, but I use that during the day, and then during the night that helps as well. But you know, sometimes overnight you do leak extra because you're creating more milk overnight, and the baby typically usually at this stage sleep at night, so that is why that happens. It's a good thing to pump your boobs right before bed, that way you lose less milk. Something that I do is I wake up in the middle of the night and I'll pump both of my boobs out with my Haka or my manual pump by Even Flow, and yeah, I just drain it, the Haka on both sides, or sometimes I let the baby nurse and put the Haka on one side. It all depends on my mood, but Haka is one of the main reasons why my milk supply increased, because at first with just my regular Motif Luna pump, I was getting like 1 to 2 ounces, sometimes 3, which wasn't bad at the beginning. But then when your baby turns 4 or 5 months, you need to create more milk. So started using the Haka, and now I get like 7 ounces, 8 ounces in one boob, and then like sometimes 5 ounces, 6 in the other boob. It all depends on, you know, the day, but usually it's about around the same every time, which is way better than it was before. Honestly, don't think you need anything else besides a Haka and maybe like a handheld pump. I had another pump, but it ended up breaking after like 2 months. It was amazing, and it really helps with that engorgement feeling. You know, you feel like your boobs are just gonna freaking explode everywhere. So the Haka does help with that. And also, fun fact, Landloin nipple cream, that helps my engorgement so well. Like my boobs would just start leaking instantly as soon as I put the nipple cream on. And that also helps with breastfeeding, because at the first couple weeks it does hurt a lot. At first, you know, your baby is still learning how to suck and drink. So I put the nipple cream on first and let the baby drink. You only need a little bit, and that also helped her latch on pretty well at first in the beginning. So I didn't have any problems in the hospital with her latching because she just went right for it. But the nipple cream helped with the pain at least. Another thing I didn't know is that it is normal for your boobs to like leak everywhere, like a waterfall, a stream just squirting out like pew, 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 pew. It's normal for that to happen. At first I thought I was weird because it's like, I thought it was gonna be like a straight line, but no, it leaks freaking everywhere like an explosion. And that's pretty normal. So if that happens, you know, don't freak out. It's like leaking from here, 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 like 3 different holes like coming out. I mean, it's pretty normal. At the beginning, your baby should breastfeed about 10 to 15 minutes. Some of them breastfeed longer depending on how much your milk supply is. At the beginning, my baby, she breastfed for like 10 to 15 minutes. When she became like 3 months, she started decreasing that into about 5 or 6 minutes because I started getting a stable supply. So by that time, you know, the time decreased, but she was still getting enough milk. You will know the signs that your baby is full and had enough when they unlatch themselves and they smile or they go to sleep. It gives you them signals that they're done eating and, you know, they don't need any more milk. The first 2 months, we would track her diapers. So that let us know how much your baby is eating. So typically she would do like maybe 6, 7 pee diapers and like maybe 5 or 6 poopy diapers. And every day I would check to make sure she had that amount. And if she didn't, I would just give her an extra bottle or something, you know, to increase that. By 3 months, 4 months, you know, the baby starts pooping less, like maybe once or twice a day, or sometimes it'll be like a couple days before they poop again. It all depends, but their body is normal. It's just that their body is just, you know, growing up like us. We don't poop. We don't all poop every day, you know? So that's another thing you don't have to worry about. Just breathe about it. It's normal. It's natural. Don't be like me and call the pediatrician and freak out. If you're like one of those people that's uncomfortable breastfeeding in public, you can just get a breastfeeding cover and place the baby under there. I have a really good one from Amazon. I'll link it in the description box so you guys can find it. Basically, you can see under you and everything, and you can breastfeed the baby and you have your little privacy instead of breastfeeding, you know, with your nipple out. But some people do that, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I've done that before too when I didn't have my cover. But, you know, if you want that privacy, I do have a good one, and I'll link it in the description. Something that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video is that it is normal to get cramps after you have the baby. I had the worst cramps of my fucking life. Not worse than period cramps, which are pretty horrible for me. Literally because I was breastfeeding, because your uterus is literally contracting back to its original size when you're breastfeeding. And, you know, you also losing weight at the same time. And I was just cramping horribly. But that is pretty normal. And usually the doctor give you ibuprofen and help with that. You just let them know what's going on. And they'll give you tips also on the way. Another thing I didn't know is that you cannot have a period for a whole entire year when you are breastfeeding. And it's been almost 6 months and I haven't had a period yet, which is amazing for me because I always get horrible periods. But I didn't know that, and don't be worried, you're not pregnant. I have a pillow called the Boppy. The first couple months, that was amazing, and I used it just to get into the gears of breastfeeding. I would put it in different positions around my stomach and put the baby on it. That really helped out a lot in the beginning because I'm a first-time mom, so, you know, I'm still learning the coast of how to be a mom and what to do. And yeah, that really helped us a lot. And now my baby is 5 months and she's actually doing tummy time, lifting her stomach up on the Boppy. So I do recommend that you get that pillow because they can lay back on it, on their back, or on their stomach, and that's a great idea. Another tip is to breastfeed on demand. Breastfeeding on demand is whenever your baby needs it, they give you the cues that they're hungry, and you just feed your baby whenever, no matter the day or the time, blah, blah, blah. You need to breastfeed your baby on demand. And also every 2 to 3 hours is recommended. If they're not hungry, try to give them a bottle or the boob, whatever, pump, give them the milk as needed. Overview will be Haka is the shit. It really helps with engorgement. Nipple cream, it helps with the pain and engorgement as well. And also just using electric pump as well, but I prefer the Haka and the manual pump. Or simply just letting your baby eat from both sides of your boobs also helps a lot with engorgement because your baby is doing the best thing compared to any system that you can get. Your baby is draining your boobs out for you, so you don't really have to do anything. Not to stress so much when it comes to breastfeeding because 9 times out of 10, everything that you're experiencing is normal, like cramping, engorgement, you know, the feeling to always need to eat 24/7 because you have to eat, I believe, like 500 more calories than normal. Don't quote me though, I don't know the exact number, but you have to eat, you know, enough to produce enough milk. So don't forget to do that, because that's the most important thing, so that you can, create more milk for your baby. Power pumping is amazing. Let your baby eat on both sides of your boobs for 10 minutes, maybe even 15, and you pump right after on both sides of your boobs, and your milk supply will increase. Oh, I forgot to mention this company called Milky Mama. I eat their breastfeeding cookies and brownies, and you can buy the sampler pack, which I did at first, and it was amazing. It come with their teas and herbs and all of that in there. You should look them up. That also helped me increase my breast milk supply. I forgot to mention it, but they are amazing. It definitely can be hard at the beginning when you are breastfeeding, but you should keep going. You got this. If you have to do breastfeeding, and then formula feed at the same time until you get a stable supply, that's also normal. Or if you want to pump, you're still an amazing mom. If you want to do formula, you're an amazing mom still. Being a mom is, hard as it is, don't stress yourself out about that type of stuff. We are all amazing, and that's pretty much the end of my video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Please don't forget to turn your post notifications on, so every time I post you're notified. Please let me know any tips that you have for new moms for breastfeeding. Please let me know if you have any other video recommendations. I will do them. I'm gonna try to get back on my YouTube stuff, but my baby is only 5 months, so I might not be making it as frequently as before, 2 or 3 times a week, but I could do at least maybe once a month. At least that will be decent. If you made it this far, you should subscribe.